Well, Jerry Shenk from the video station joining us for his monthly obscure video picks. Good to see you again.
That's right.
Good weekend to watch a movie. Rain today.
It is. It's raining.
And then hot all weekend.
Yes.
What do we got here?
Here's one of the best football documentaries in a long time, although there aren't all that many good ones, but this is one. Harvard beats Yale 29-29. Yes, I know that sounds like a tie. Watch the movie. It's a documentary, the game that took place in November 1968. When Harvard and Yale were both undefeated when they went to their big classic clash, okay? Yale had a very great team, and the movie consists of, it seems to it at the beginning, to consist of interviewing the individual players who are left. And that's interesting because one of the players was Tommy Lee Jones.
Really?
Who went on to win an Academy Award. But they begin to discuss what's going on campus at Harvard and Yale. You get into the fact that there's a Vietnam veteran playing with people who were objecting to the war. You realize, of course, that Tommy Lee Jones talks about his roommate, Al Gore. Meryl Streep is there and dating him very quietly. Doonesbury is at Yale. This is BD, the quarterback for Yale, is the BD in Doonesbury.
Really?
So you get all of these cross-cultural currents, you know, coming in here. It's just like a slice of what was going on in 1968. And how these people cast their shadows over the rest of their history and ours.
That's fascinating.
It is. It's very good. It's extremely entertaining. Very funny at points, like when Tommy Lee Jones has to describe Al Gore's sense of humor.
Don't say it.
No, I'm not going to say anything with that. That's really good, okay?
Let's move along.
Now, if you want to go from the absurd to the absurd, you will have to go to Big Man Japan. This is a mockumentary, not a real about a man who rescues Japan from its monsters. As we know from many decades of Japanese movies, they're always being attacked by large things.
Godzilla.
Oh, yes.
Rodan.
Well, this is Big Man Japan. He's just an ordinary guy. In fact, his wife has left him, and he lives as a bachelor, and he gets paid just kind of minuscule money. But when a monster comes on, he goes and gets juiced up and does an Incredible Hulk about 87 times his size. And then these monsters are, you must see them to believe them. They're so funny. Yeah. One of them has a comb over, you know, for the monsters. And of course, if you have any questions like, when the Incredible Hulk, you know, hulks up, why doesn't his underwear burst? This answers that question. Well, this answers the underwear question, which may have been an important one for you. I don't know. But if you like these Japanese kind of crazy things, and this is one of them, and it's very funny. The documentary, it makes fun of documentary films, too, as well as the monster films.
Sounds great.
It's just very, very delightful, very droll.
All right, next.
Next, The Immigrant. This film is in Arabic. And it is the Arabic, and Khalil, the famous director who died about a year ago, this is his version of the Joseph in Egypt story, told from an Egyptian perspective. And it's very good. This story, as any movie maker does, the biblical story is rearranged drastically. But it's a very good movie, and the scenery, the desert scenery, the Mediterranean Sea, is just gorgeous. And the fact that Joseph trying to learn how to farm, because his people are nomads. And it's an excellent film, very involving, and if you like your biblical epics a bit askew, which this is.
In an Arabic?
In an Arabic, and all their names change. If you don't mind all of that, why, it's a great film. But it is. I think basically children would like it if they can read the subtitles.
Okay.
They're old enough to do that, so it's a good way to learn some perspective on the Joseph story. It's a good movie.
All right, we got one more.
And last, the Mysteries of Pittsburgh, when I ordered that, our distributor is in Pittsburgh, and she said, well, that ought to be a short movie. But it's based on a famous novel by the same name, and while this is not quite as daring and perceptive as the novel, it's still very good about a coming-of-age person. Has Nick Nolte in it, playing a gangster father whose primary appearances are taking his son to an evening meal once a month, which can be pretty devastating for everybody concerned. So it's a very good thing.
All right, these are all at the video station. They're also online at channel3000.com.
Harvard beats Yale 29-29. You'll love it.
Still a tie. We'll be back right after this break. So what does the title refer to?
Well,